Good afternoon, Vern! Allow me to answer your question from like 2 weeks ago, which was, where are you? Referring to me, Mantis. The mustachioed man did a nice job of trying to step in and act all mysterious, and I would just like to give him props for that. But that's no longer necessary because, as you can see, I am back, and where I was I was at CIY, which is a church camp, and we were in Missouri in the Ozarks. And we were like camping out, and, well, not really camping out. It was almost like a hotel, but in like the forest. So it was like camping, except more luxurious, which was nice. They had air conditioning. We spent a lot of time just hanging out, learning about Jesus, chilling with my church peeps. It was a good time. My voice is a little hoarse. You should have heard it a couple days ago when I first tried to make this vlog. It wasn't a good idea. My voice was pretty hoarse from screaming about Jesus. Guys, I have some news. A few bullets of news, if you will, and I'm going to tell you all what this news is right now. It's very exciting. This first bit of news is I'm in my old spot because an anonymous critic told me that the lighting was bad in my last video and that I should try it in a different spot, and I was like, well, okay, whatever. This lighting, I have to say, is kind of better, just because it's not fake light from the ceiling light, which you can't see. It's from the window, which you also can't see, but you're just gonna have to take my word for it. In other news, guys, I got a haircut. Do you see how short it is? Look at it. It's really short, and it feels weird. And you guys can all tell me whether it looks good or whether it doesn't look good. I really don't care either way. But, you know, opinions. People like to share them. At my place of work, where I'm a bagger, as many of you, 3 people who watch these videos will know, I'm a bagger. And as such, I have to bag things. I have to bag groceries, which includes eggs, bread, dog food, chips, salsa, and all of that stuff. I grew up bagging my mom's groceries at Aldi as a child, and so I have a lot of experience, so I thought this would be a good job for me, and it is. But apparently we've been getting some complaints in about how people's groceries have been bagged unsatisfactorily. And so now we all have to go in on a day where we're not working to attend this meeting where our store manager, who is awesome, is going to lecture us about how to properly bag groceries. And as a bagger, and as a fairly decent one, I'm kind of like, I don't need this, but I have to go. I thought you guys would be interested to hear that. And if you are ever a bagger, just make sure you don't do anything that's worthy of complaints, guys. Don't put eggs under someone's potatoes. That's not a good idea. Don't put meat in with produce, because the meat will bleed all over the produce. It seems like common sense to me, but yet we still have people doing these kinds of things, and it's like, why do you work here? Another bit of news is that school is going to be starting in about 2 weeks, actually. 2 weeks from yesterday is when school is starting, and that's pretty exciting for me because I'm a senior this year. But it's also kind of annoying because I have to read 2 nubby books for summer reading, which I have barely started. So if you guys could all just be sending me your good thoughts, and if you pray, then prayers that I will stop slacking. I don't know if it'll make much of a difference because it's kind of my choice, but, you know, everything helps. I am accepting offerings of chocolate cake to get me through it. You can just send it to me by owl post. They'll find me. But, you know. Another bit of news, the reason why I am posting on Wednesday is my computer was being a sack of nubs, and it just didn't do my video right. I was gonna post it on Monday like I always do, so that I wouldn't disappoint the 3 of you that watch these. And it just, like, it's gone. I don't even know what happened to it. I was editing it, and I was finalizing it, and then I went to post it on YouTube and it was just gone. Like, it wasn't ever there. And I was like cursing the heavens and futility, and it was really irritating. So now here I am filming this other video about news, which you may or may not care about which you may or may not care. That was good grammar. Just so you know, don't be upset with me. Be upset with my computer. Before I sign off today, I have to do one last thing, which is ask a question of my cohort, Vern. So Vern, if you are still paying attention and you haven't fallen asleep yet, I have a question for you, and that question is, if you could be fluent in any other language along with English, which one would you pick? Like, it could be, you know, Mermish, it could be Latin, Spanish, gibberish, Martian, whatever you want. What other language would you be fluent in, and why? Like, doesn't have to be a good reason necessarily. You could say you wanted to speak Mermish because you want to kill mermaids, but that's your thing. I will accept you. Answer my question, and don't send Mr. Mustachioed Man again. As entertaining as he was, I would prefer to see your hairless face. I will see you on Friday.